Juventus against Villarreal. Jimmy Conrad, let's go with you first. Juventus, the only Italian team left in the competition, but can Unai Emery make sure that doesn't happen anymore? What do you see here as Juve face Villarreal?
Yeah, well, let's talk about Villarreal and Unai Emery first. Obviously, the reigning Europa League champions. They decided to have some fun in the Champions League knockout rounds. I don't know why they did that because they never do very well. But hit Emery in knockout rounds in the Europa League. He has won 29 of those knockout round ties in the Europa League. 14 more than any other manager. I got to throw that out there, and lifted the trophy on 4 occasions. However, in the Champions League, he's suffered elimination in all 3 of his knockout round appearances. I was with Valencia against Valencia and PSG twice. With Valencia and PSG twice. So I don't know what version of Villarreal we're going to see, but he doesn't have a good track record in this one. Juan Foyth could be out. They're starting right back. Capuy could be out. Albiol, their long and their captain at center back. Gerard Moreno, I think, is probably their biggest loss. I like Juve at home here. They're quietly getting back into Serie A contention. They're starting to round into form. When Morata's getting hot, you combine that with Vlahovic, who's always dangerous, scored in the first minute in leg 1, then they've got a chance, and they're very, very good at home. They won 8 out of their last 10 at home, unbeaten in 10 overall. My concern with Juve, this is tactically, when they score first, and we even see when they play the Spezias of the world in Serie A, they seem to drop off and just absorb the rest of the game. And they did it in leg 1. Danny Parejo made them pay for that, got the 1-1, the equalizer. They can't do that again. They got to stay on the front foot. When Juve's on the front foot with this particular team, they're very fun to watch. But if they sit back and absorb, they're just not that much fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this one plays out, because obviously we saw Emery flexing his Europa League muscles last season with Villarreal, getting them their first piece of silverware. And Juve despite the firepower that they now have with Vlahovic, I just can't see them blowing anyone away. Certainly not in Europe. You have the odd blowout in Serie A, but that's to expect when you look at some of those teams that are in the relegation zone there. So for me, I think that this one really depends whether Emery can get Villarreal to last the distance, because I'm not sure that they're going to score over the 90 minutes. So going to extra time with a goalless draw wouldn't surprise me that much. But I think that their best opportunity will either come in extra time if Juve get tired and leggy, or if it goes to penalties. For me, I'm not sure that I can see Villarreal winning it in the 90 minutes. And I actually ultimately went with Juve to sneak a 1-0 and get into the quarterfinals.
I suppose the reason you'd hope, if you're Villarreal, and it may well kind of all be decided when the team sheets come out, is Leonardo is one of, and probably most likely Bonucci, but is one of Bonucci or Chiellini, both of whom have been battling some injury issues. Are they available? Because if not, you've got maybe De Ligt with Danilo next to him, or De Ligt and Rugani.
Yeah, Rugani, yeah. It's
not really, whether you've got Gerard Moreno or not, that's not really a backline that particularly worries me. I think, going back to what Jimmy was saying, it was super interesting in that first leg how Vlahovic scores off with his first kick of the ball, and you can almost sort of see Allegri grinning on the touchline going, yes, now I get to do 90 minutes of pure catenaccio. And it doesn't really work if you've got Danilo and De Ligt. Whereas, if you said to me, Juventus go and do the exact same thing in Turin, but there's Bonucci next to De Ligt, I go, yeah, I reckon they can keep a clean sheet for the full 90 from there. So that for me is the interesting sort of storyline here. Can Juve put out a fully fit squad? And I think if they can, it'll be pretty comfortable for them. I'm kind of been working off the assumption that Bonucci will be available. That sounds like the most likely. And yeah, then I think it's Juventus's to win. If not, I think Villarreal have quite a good chance then.
Yeah, to your point about, Dusan Vlahovic's goal and how Allegri had just like this plan to just sit and just be boring for the rest of the game. We did talk about that in the recap. Sometimes when it comes to Juventus, the timing of when these goals happen determine the rest of the game themselves. So it should be interesting how. But Unai Emery, by the way, listen, Villarreal have won each of their last 2 away games in the Champions League. Juventus are now winless in each of the last 7 first leg ties in the Champions League. So this second leg is important for them to turn it around. Jimmy, give me your betting tips and then we'll go predictions.
Honestly, I'm going to say 1-0 to Juventus. I'm with JJ on this. Him and I are kindred spirits at this particular podcast. It's a great place to be. I'm swimming in the warm waters of JJ right now. But I will throw Juventus in a parlay, to be honest. Minus 108 for them to win straight up. And I'll give you my 4-team parlay for the Champions League after we're done with Lille Chelsea.
Okay, great. James Bench?
Yeah, I'm going for Juventus as well, but I think this might be quite a fun game. 2-1 Juventus.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going with 2-1 Juventus, but that second goal for Juve in extra time. I feel like it's going to go in extra time. What do you have, Jonathan Johnson? You said 1-0 to Juve, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to stick with that. Although, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if it went to extra time and then Juve got the goal beyond the 180 regulatory minutes.
All right. Well, that's it. Well, Jimmy, okay, let's do this. Give us your parlay, and then I would love to hear the other two boys what they think as well. All right, Jimmy, what's your parlay?
Okay, my parlay. We're okay. I'm really on the spot. I was waiting to hear you guys' thoughts on Lille.
All right, well, let's do that.
No, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna go Man United, Atletico Madrid draw. This is after 90 minutes, right? Okay, so that's a draw plus 220. I got Ajax beating Benfica at home minus 255. I got Juve winning minus 108, but put it in the parlay. And then I'm on the fence with this Chelsea team. I think they're going to do it. Thomas Tuchel's special is always a Chelsea win and under 2.5 goals. That's plus 310, but minus 112 for them to win straight up. They don't need the win. And that's my issue with Chelsea right now. They just need a draw to go through. They won 2-0 in the first leg. And Lille going to have a little bit more urgency. So I'll say Chelsea win out of respect for the defending Champions League champions. And if I hit all of those, so the draw and Chelsea win and the other Ajax and Juve win, plus 1,500.